Good morning, sunshines. Here I am. I didn't forget about you. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Oh my gosh. I am so happy it's Friday. What a week. It's been crazy this week. I'm ready to get back to semi-normal life, huh? Good morning, Mandy Me. Yeah, we had everybody. Lots of fights yesterday. Good morning, Rona. Good morning, Afila. Good morning, T. Hey, Haggis. Yeah, I'm running late this morning. I woke up this morning and fell back to sleep. Good morning, Style Audit. Good morning, good afternoon, Miriam. And for those of you wondering, yep, I heard back from Nora last night. Good morning, Phyllis. And we are going to go live tonight about the federal claims. So we will have a live tonight. Scientology, I know you're going to be in the middle of the night. So, sorry. It is, well, it's a lovely sunshiny day here too, but it snowed in the middle of the night while I was snoozing. So we got about a half an inch. I woke up with a sore throat this morning. I don't know where that came from. Good morning, Traveltology. Good afternoon. Yeah, I went, had a meeting last night for a while, and yep, well, definitely got snow this morning. It's going to be 8 o'clock my time. Yeah, me too. I got to put together all the specifics for it, but put a little PowerPoint or something together. Carrie sent me all the information that I need, and Nora texted me in the middle of the night, and Miriam, hopefully she'll be still up for it. How's Tiggy today? Ugh. Yawn, 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 yawn. Yeah, I knew I was getting up late when the sun was already up outside. Oh, no, no. I'm sorry, Mandy Me. Yeah, I just made coffee too. Yeah, I got a stuffy nose and a sore throat. Where the hell did I get this from? Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry, you guys, but in order to fit everybody's time differences, that's about the only time. Holidays, poo, looking forward to getting home. Oh no, I thought you were at the beach, T. I was so hoping you were having a nice, relaxing time. Oh, I'm glad he's feeling better today, Haggis. T, I thought you were having a great time. I was so jealous last night when you said you were at the beach. I was on Miriam's channel and Serge's channel last night. And then Liz and Doctor Who Heather went live last night. Crazy Love was live last night. There were so many people live. And then Nora came back on because Poe was live and Poe pissed her off. Oh my gosh. It was a crazy, crazy evening. But in all honesty, that actually just gives me more gumption to do what we need to do. That's for sure. I don't even feel like, because it's so hard. Oh no. Yep, back to business, Miriam. Back to business. Good morning, Amy M. Good morning, Blow Drill. I was just saying that. You said it way more eloquently. It was definitely a shit show yesterday. Oh no, T. Yeah, I agree. Me too. It is definitely, and I really hate the word triggering, but um, definitely makes you want to just go not do anything. And I'm sorry, I missed what you said, T, about your beach. Your son had a meltdown? Let me swing back up. Oh, no. Yep, some alien comes and abducts them. Yeah, it was nice. And then Miriam and Serge last night, they definitely had some passion coming through. And that's just what we need. We need to take this as passion. We need to take this as a impetus that, good morning, Never In Nana, that there's more to do. So let's just keep going. I agree with you. But this isn't, good morning, Ann, Katrine. This isn't more than what we've had in the past. And your safe spot, everybody's safe spot, our communities. Let me put my head together about what I want to say on that. Let me think just a minute on that. Because I have thoughts. They're just not coffeeed yet. Let me get them caffeinated. And then they'll flow a little bit better. Good morning, Summer Savage. How are you today? Well, the aftermath folks are those that hurt them to begin with, and it's hard to trust them. And at first it was like, okay, well, yeah, let's try. And then something happened. Oh, another week of third shift. Oh, that sucks, Summer. You're welcome, Traveltology. We are a safe spot here. And hey, good morning, Joe. Good afternoon, Joe. Hi, Irish Mart. Good morning, good afternoon. Well, there's that, Summer. That's nice being able to get paid extra. Good morning, Brian. Okay, I got my thoughts about me. That's okay, T, and you're absolutely more than 100% safe here, saying that here. Is that, do I feel it's a distraction from what we need to do? Yes. Do I feel that there is truth in saying that Aaron's just a mugafug asshole? Okay? He's just a mugafug. His behavior is wrong. Jenna was wronged. Lindsay was wronged. His wife was wronged. He's an asshole. He's a jerk. He's a narcissist. Do I want to completely do an upheaval in my channel or my work of what I'm doing? Nah. I don't want his actions and his assholery. Yep, keep the peener in the pants there, bud. You're a jerk. But I'm not going to let it sway me from doing what I need to do. The same thing with the Aftermath or with the SPTV. They just do what they're going to do, and it's not going to stop me from preventing Scientology from growing and for helping them shrink and possibly getting them taken off the face of the map. So sometimes that means sitting at a lunch table with somebody that likes the asshole, or sitting at a lunch table with somebody else to do my job. So I'm not going to make a dividing line of of a um of a tug of war. Good morning, Kirby's mom. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Good morning, Minnie. It feels really icky awkward to have somebody email me and tell me that if I sit at somebody's table or if I align myself in any way, shape, or form with asshole, they're not going to like me anymore. I'm sorry. I don't like the guy, and I'm not aligning with anybody, but don't make me dig my heels in and be a stubborn mule. It is. It's very heartbreaking and it's very disappointing. But instead of just, okay, let's all just realize that, yep, that happened. Yep, he's an asshole. Aftermath is full of narcissistic, abusing people that are still there. Maybe they don't abuse people anymore. But, okay, let's pivot. They all suck. Let's pivot. Let's do something else. Let's figure it out. Let's be the safe place they need to be. And you're right, I didn't include him much here anyways because he sucked before this all happened. I just don't tell people how I feel. Yep, karma. I don't hash on anybody. There's lots of people that I don't care to ever talk to or ever to go sit, and I certainly wouldn't go to dinner with them. But I don't hash on those people because that's just not me. I seriously am one to walk into a room, see a bunch of shit everywhere, and go, "There's got to be a pony here somewhere," and I'll say it till my last breath. Yep, we just need yeah. But when you tell me that I have to do something, I'm the most stubborn person in the entire world, and my personality is to do what T's son's doing right now, the exact opposite. I'm a stubborn ass woman. Probably not, and probably their best thing to do is to vote him out. But I'm not in control of that. There's not a damn thing I can do. Good morning, AZ Crimson. AZ's been making some awfully damn funny videos lately. You're welcome, T, and I'm sorry that your beach trip got messed up. I get it, Style and Never. I get it. Morals are morals. But that doesn't mean that that I think his morals are disgusting. I do. I think his morals are shit. But except for, you know, you're right, Amy. It's people that won't call it out. So we are just back to business, you guys. And it's not business as usual, it's business as learned. Good morning, Helger. Let's go proud Solomon Strong. Good morning. Oh, me and Taz. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. Good morning. It is. And the idea of the foundation is still wonderful. The perception and the reality is a little bit different. But the idea of it is still great, having a place where people can land when they come out. So I started working on the list. I'm going to bring up the spreadsheet that I have, you guys. I want you guys to look at the spreadsheet. Exactly, Miriam. Sometimes you just have to deal with dickheads, and the life still needs to go on, and business still needs to go on. You just... Oh, that's okay. Catch up, Kirby's mom. Okay, so speaking of business here, you guys, let me exit out of this one because I don't need you to see all my passwords and stuff. And you guys know how much I love a spreadsheet. So, okay, you guys, here I'm gonna put me in the corner. I'm gonna put me up here. I took Liz Gale's list and I popped it out and made it into a spreadsheet of all 200 folks. And then along the top here, I put all of the crimes. I think I'm probably missing them. Let me tell you what they are: sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, child neglect, no school, abandonment, child labor, child trafficking, human trafficking, unlawful detention, and imprisonment. And what I did is I typed them all in, I alphabetized them all, everything off from the list. Some of them I already started putting in X's. Hell, I even think you are on here. It's everybody that said that they wanted to be on the list. And then I separated out all of the rest in peace folks. And then because this was Philip Gale, I left him as the top. But then I alphabetized everybody in the rest in peace. I added a couple that I had found afterwards that weren't on this list. The Richmonds and Lisa McPherson and Whitney Mills. What I would like to do, what I would really love help with is if I put this up on the thing, if somebody could help me you're right. Well, you can still do you can still do a count of the column, but I can put a 1 in there. This is a list from Liz Gales from all of the children on the receipt, the list, the one where they did, yep, Lisa Marie's on here. And it's everybody off from that list, and I just spreadsheeted it. And one of the big things is, I know it's kind of morbid, but I'm sure either Liz Gale has it, or if you could help me go through the list of the rest in pieces and help me figure out what they died of, or maybe tell a little bit of their story. I'll work on the main list because that's way bigger. But yeah, I like me a spreadsheet. I get all googly-eyed over a spreadsheet. Yep, Lana Webster's on here. Good morning, Sue Denham. Pseudonym. And or like if you know people on this list or maybe know their stories, if you could point me to where I could find out information. A lot of these, I'm thinking they're probably on the SPTV. And what this list is going to be used for will be as evidence of abuse crimes that Scientology has committed for bolstering a suit, a federal suit. Of course, these names, and we're not going to throw those names out and everything else, but we need to bolster a federal suit. The former Scientology list archive. This is from the receipt. Is that the same one that you're talking about, Traveltology? Good morning and good evening and good night, Sandy Hill. Sweet dreams. Is in the bio, Barefaced Messiah. Okay, I know it's on here. Quentin is on this list. What I'm doing with this is more or less not making a person by person, but making a visual for the authorities and for those that can help litigate. Exactly right, Amy M. It's a visual. It's a count. It's putting it as statistics rather than emotions. I'm sorry that I have to say it that way, but it is. You have to show them statistically what they're throwing away when they're not enforcing this. Okay, Traveltology, I think I know what you're talking about, but please do to refresh my mind. I would appreciate it. Okay, tell Heather, give Heather a big hug for us. No, numbers do matter, unfortunately. So if somebody could be a tribute volunteer, I'll send you this spreadsheet, or anybody else that wants a spreadsheet, if you would help me with this, I would appreciate it. And then if you, what I would like to do is start working on this list of stories. Blow Drill, I have not emailed you yet, and you are definitely going to be one of my first people on the list. And apparently, Jeff Augustine is going to be calling me today, so we can talk about Alexander. Timelines matter too. Yep, so the first column in here was a year that they left that I, let me see, that I have not started filling in. But I think that's probably an important piece also, Amy. I just didn't start filling it in yet. But Dylan, if you want to help me on this, you probably know way more people on here than I do. Absolutely. That would be great. Let's go. Can you email me so that way I can respond to your email? This is just another piece to the puzzle that we need to. Hard to quantify missing, disappeared, trafficked. You're right. But if we know their story, even if it's alleged, we can put that out there, though. Thank you, Let's Go Proud. I appreciate it. But this is a way to help quantify it. It's a way to put it in their face and go, look, this is it. These are the numbers. It's like that's what the list does. Oh, yes, please, T. That's so morbid and gross, but yes, please. Good night, Sandy. Sweet dreams. Right, Aphila. That's what we need it for the starting point. I know, I'm a nerd like that too, Traveltology. Exactly, Amy M. Right. That's exactly what this is going to. This is a meeting with the FBI, the chief of police, the chief of the head supervisor in Chicago. This is a meeting with them saying, here are the facts. It's not just feelings. Here are the facts. You cannot dispute these facts, and you cannot dispute the numbers. It's in their face. Yeah. Thank you, Aphila. Yeah, it is a win. This is what we need. You're perfectly correct. Style audit. And I happen to be a results-oriented person. So when I see, I want the judges and the cops to get off their ass. I just want that done. And I forget you have to have all of it to get there. It's called the Children of Scientology, and I found some information on there. Thank you, Traveltology. I'll look at it here in a second. But this was inspired. You guys inspired me to do this the other day. You guys were talking about doing stories of each person in each crime. And then I thought, well, that would be great evidence. Let me just spreadsheet it. Let's go. Yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. Good morning, Rika. Whatever you have, you guys, email it to me. I'm not trying to be the keeper of all information. I'm just trying to put all the information together. The drawing the line between the teaching and the behavior and the result, the list, is the key. Yeah. I'm not trying to be the end all, believe me. It's just I'm more than happy to do legwork on this to get it done. And if those want to help me and you've already done the research, cool beans. I will take it and put it in here. And throw in some hyperlinks. Oh yeah, you're making my spreadsheet, baby. Woo woo. Some days I feel just proud enough that I can alphabetize it, Haggis. But I like me some spreadsheet with links with other pages. Yeah. Yeah. Getting ghosted is kind of normal in this community sometimes. Yeah, I've learned not to take it personal. Either you want to be part of the solution or you just want to be a speed bump. Okay, see you in a few, Haggis. Yep, style audit, that's what we need to do. And it has to be glaring in your face data. Thank you, Traveltology. Well, I'll take a peek and see what we can do to meld all that information together, what you send me. And yeah, this I don't think can be. The first page is the people, the names, the numbers, the crimes. The second page or hyperlinks to the personal stories. I think she's talking about Tiggy, Miriam. This community is very, for as much as we work as we have to do and need to get done, it's very untrusting. Okay, I saw that list and I remember that list, the RPF reporter. I just haven't done anything with it. I mean, I remember reading it, but if you email it to me, that'll help me put these in there. Yeah, it's just a start, you guys, but it can be. And then you can add things like this can be part of the other crimes that they're committing nowadays. I know it sounds really far-fetched, but the planners. I mean, we can add pivot tables. Yeah. Styles talking my language. We got some hyperlinks and pivot tables. Woohoo. Irish. Thank you, T. We love yes. We love your face too. I hope you have a better day today, T. And I'm going to pray that your son, your little one, just has a beautiful day and no upsets. We're all such bad people. We're talking spreadsheets. Woohoo. It's unfortunate information, but um um you know what? How about the credit card? You're right, Rona. I just was not. I let me add a couple of columns here. So, well, let's do elder abuse as one, and then should we just do financial? Financial, and then another one, uh, uh um, ex, not exploitation, ex, extortion. No, extortion. Yeah, those are some good ones to add. What do you think? You just said that you deleted Haggis's message. Well, did you fat finger syndrome it? And you don't have fat fingers, so you don't get that excuse. Yeah, medical neglect. Would that be so? Would that be a crime though? Dylan, I know. It is. I feel that. I feel that people want to trust, but they're just like, if you trust, you might get hurt, and so you don't, and then you get blamed and shamed for not trusting. I get you. I'm sorry. Identity theft. That is, that's a good one. Is the medical neglect? Would that be uh it could be, let's insert. Let's do medical neglect. Let's just add that as a topic. I'll have to put the real crime on these, because like these child abuse ones, those are just going to be abuse or assault um, when it comes down to the bottom. Yep. Fraud. Medical malpractice. Okay, we'll put that in the medical neglect. Where one's supposed to look elsewhere for medical help is abuse. Blow drill, just like anybody else, and just like when I was talking this morning about Aaron Asshole, he did something that he just needs to take accountability for his shit show that he started. But I, just like the other people that have been, I'm not going to out you, and I hope that you can trust. I just hope that you can trust. Good morning, always a minion. Negligence is duty of care. Yes, you're right, Kirby's mom. Uh, is there anything in here that might be because you guys are going to be able to use this list too over there, a young beyond the pond. Good night, Greg. Sleep tight. Corrosive persuasion, coercion. You too. Sweet dreams, Greg. So would that fit under coercion? I'm just going to type stuff down and then we'll figure, because we'll have, in order for it to be correct, we'll have to put these in the correct verbiage. But how about we put coercion in there? The whole, yep, I've got the financial and the identity theft in there. I've got financial. Oh, yeah. Oh, trafficking would be that, but um an unlawful detainment. But the R1 visa, yeah, I think that's going to be covered under the traffic, but I'm gonna put that as a and we're gonna wrap text on this. R1 visa. Policies, practices, and examples. Yeah, thank you for that distinction, blow drill. Yeah, my fingers never want to work. They want to go to the beach with tea, and we'll make his son just stay home. Sorry, reading something. Well, the child labor, illegal imagination. Child labor, but we could put contract labor or, but see, they're not doing anything illegal on that, Rona. The adults working as volunteer ministers, that's actually perfectly legal, unfortunately, in America. It may not be overseas. I got many people to flag on tourist visas. Yeah. So maybe the crime would be improper use of visas. Okay, that's a different thing here. I'm gonna just type visa misuse for right now. I'll figure out the right language. But I know what I mean. I know what you mean. I got it. I gotcha. Good morning, Leanne Tiffany. Yep, I've got the child labor. And honestly, that's not even illegal, but child labor is. Child labor where you're disregarding the schooling and the labor laws, even in volunteer ministry. But and that may be different, as I said, overseas. I'll have to maybe do some differentiation. Okay, Haggis. Exactly, Amy M. But I think if we concentrate on federal, then we'll get out of the state by state. Visa misrepresentation. Yep. Yeah, I put visa misuse on there. Yep, it is child neglect. It's child abuse to deny them of their education. That's abuse. That's out and out abuse. Good, they need some new laws. Good morning, hippie chick, by the way. Yeah, and so we'll have to put this out there, and then, as I said, it's like the Church of Scientology gets away with doing shit because they place them all under volunteer ministers. But maybe this will be the impetus for laws to be changed. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, Style. But yeah, they're bringing people in, and I know Traveltology and Cece has sent me all sorts of nice visa information. What about cyber crimes? I know we have identity theft on here. I'm because there's so much about like cyberbullying, but I don't know, or about harassment and stalking. Yeah. That would be more like for the fair game part. And stalking. This could just get like huge, you guys. Cyber. I'm just going to put cyber crimes on here, and I can pop it out afterwards about different crimes. Defamation. I know, I agree with that. I'm trying to think of the right threat to somebody's life. Yeah, that definitely gets slander. Character assassination. We're gonna just put character assass on there, and then because that would include defamation, slander, all of that, and then let's just put murder. That's going to include attempted and regular. Let's just put murder on there. That's going to be more for the no, let's not on this one. Down below we will attempted. But wouldn't that be more like physical abuse? Let's just put it on there, and then we'll just deal with it. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Attempted murder. We're into the Z's, you guys. I have unlawful imprisonment on there. Virtue signaling. Constitutional violation. But some of these were without a conviction, but some of these were reported in cases. The cases were settled. Most every single one of these were settled. So if they're on the court documents as attempted murder or whatever, these cases were already constituted, and you'd have to put a legend on all of these. Taking their social security checks, elder abuse, and the financial, we've got those on there. The financial will have to have a little subset. Yeah, I put that more into the abuse, physical abuse, because a lot of people have had physical abuse. What about, cover up, covering up crimes? So that would be hindering an investigation. Investigation. I'm just going to put covering up crimes and we'll figure out what the right wording is. But we know what we mean by that. When they're told not to tell. Would that be the covering up crimes? Accessory to crimes? Yeah, that's a good idea, Traveltology. Accessory to crimes. This list is just going to be the members or ex-members or people that have passed away. Yeah, in-house cover-ups. Concealment. Great. Okay, yeah. I'm going to put that as different just because that's uh, is that when the concealment is yeah, again, we'll figure out all the proper language. I'm just trying to think of categories when they're concealment, but when they're told not to tell. But that's not concealment, that's perjury. No, not perjury. Yep, I've got bodily injury. Good morning, Twyla. He, it is, and I put it next to it just because I'm thinking. Witness intimidation. Yeah, witness intimidation's getting accessory after the fact. I'm gonna write those down in only so I don't forget them. Intimidation. Yeah, the other one's escaping me. I will think of it. Exactly. Blowdrill, you are spot on. Spot on. Yep, that's a good one, Amy. I wrote it down. Yep, that's what we be doing. And because you have to have a victim, you have to have a crime, you have to have a causation, and you have to have, I know I'm looking up into the wild blue yonder getting my thoughts. You have to have facts. That's okay. Exactly, blow drill. And I've got a lot of these policies already listed. This is kind of what I was doing for the OIG meeting, or after the OIG meeting. I just never took it to this level. But that's been, my thoughts were to take this to the DA, to have a criminal grand jury. I'm just going to throw it out there because I've said it enough that it's not really a secret anymore. But the criminal grand jury has to have a victim and a crime, and you have to have a person. You can't say Church of Scientology, even though Church of Scientology's policy, practice, and doctrine are what's causing the crimes. For the child, it would be a child neglect for the medical neglect, but for the adults still have the choice on whether they go see a doctor or not. Yep, Kirby's mom, Amy, said accessory to a crime. And not having, as a business, not having health care for your employees is not a crime. So they haven't really done anything there. Even though they're not employees, they're still volunteers. But still, unfortunately, in America, that's not a crime. Willful lying. So that would fall under the elder abuse. Yep, we have to have the facts. Personal testimony are facts when it's based on a pattern. This is what I'm learning. Personal testimony, if it's just you, is a sad story. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you have personal testimony and Joe, Larry, Betty, and Amy all say that they had the same personal testimony, then it's based on pattern. And that's legally more binding than just one person's testimony. or more credible than just one person's testimony. And that's kind of where I'm going with all of this. That there are facts and there are things that can be documented. Freeloader debt. Exactly right, Traveltology. Then the number of those personal testimonies together show a pattern and criminal activities. And then it also shows other criminal behind the scenes activities of policy practices and doctrine. I'm still going to go back to that because Church of Scientology as a whole needs to be held accountable for this, not just the people within. And I know Scotty is working on the mind map, and this is not in place of the mind map. This is probably in addition to the mind map, or even could go on the mind map, but it's not in place of. I do too, Mandy Me. Rona, definitely so. Minnie, when I'm thinking of, I mean, we could put a different list together of people that were not in Scientology, because there's all sorts of things that we could do on that part of it, but this one was specifically. Willful lying is law of perjury. Oh, I think that is a, who is doing that? Pup Groomer? No, 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 no. I've thought about the construction of the cult a lot. They do have separate entities, but how does it work with the fact that you only make a Sea Org contract and you are moved into different entities? I believe in that Sea Org contract that you signed on the work contract, it states that they can move you around. Good morning, Peter. And it's just ridiculous that that interaction and that relationship is even there. Oh, Journey is doing, yep, you're right. Okay. She is doing the org map. Thank you, Amy M. You can be at CCHR and then be moved to Clearwater or RTC. Uh, exactly. You're right, Miriam. So the lack of federal laws, yes, you're right, Leanne, the ADA compliance. But it would have to be, and that could be in a different one. The Journey 2020. Thank you so much, Kirby's mom. So that would fall all under the R1 visa or the visa issues. Yeah, there's all sorts of good information from everybody. Excuse me for the yawns here. But Peter, and yeah, that's kind of why I was concentrating on just the ex-Scientologists, the children of Scientology, and then those that have passed away. So that way I can stay more focused on these facts, because honestly, you could go completely nuts on this, and I want to just stay focused on this with the crimes because it gives a better picture. And then we can add this to other things. We can add this to people that are fair gamed out of the system. Yep, that can be done. But for right now, let's just focus it on. And Peter, you're coming in late. This focuses this on those that were on the list on the receipt from Liz Gale. Thank you, Haggis. I will. It always is on. It just takes a while for it to get uploaded. So sometimes it's not till the rest of the day when the chat shows up. Oh, no, I'm not confused. We're good. We're good. That's a YouTube thing, Haggis. Breach of disability rights laws. How about just breach of human rights? Human rights violations. How about that? Human rights violations. Yeah, I think that one it would be a better topic, and we'll add, that's another one that's going to have a subset, but human rights violations. That would be your first, second, third, fourth, fifth Amendment rights, stuff like that. And then across the pond, I'm sure it would be different things. Mandy, me, yes, except for the hotel, and yeah, agreed. But there really is no such thing as grandfathered in the ADA. That's a myth. A degraded being. I'm not too sure that's breaking a law, though, Peter. Yeah, the human rights violations all kind of are the constitutional rights. Human rights, civil rights? Should I title that civil rights instead of human rights? We'll figure it all. We'll figure that all out. I just got it started. This is what we have on. If you look to the left here, where we had started with this. Yep, ADA is federal. Let's just put that on there as a separate one, and then if nobody is under there, we'll just take it off. Human rights violations. Let's put disability rights. So this can make a good, complete picture. And I appreciate whomever emailed me and said that they would help. I will email you back. And this gives me a big weekend worth of work here. Yep, Mandy, I absolutely love our brainstorming sessions. You guys are the best. And let me save this before I start doing things, and then I am so good about not saving it and then go, crap. Oops, let me go back to here. Okay, you guys, well, we are well behaved. We have great brains. Child Penal Code 273, child neglect. There's all sorts of them they should know, right, Peter? State-sponsored concealment, that's a good... Okay, thank you, Joe, for that. I'll do that. Well, I'm going to leave them separate just for a little bit, and then I'll go back and put everything together. But that's a great suggestion, Joe. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what it is lying, telling people to lie or omit the truth, because that's such a biggie. Or not report. When you, as a chaplain or a DSA or ethics officer, tell somebody not to report your crime, you're not report being a victim of something. No worries, Minnie. Witness tampering. Yeah, no, I don't know that that's what it is. The name will come to me. It will appear in my brain at some point. Kind of not necessarily witness tampering, but concealed by omission. Hey, Lupita. Criminal neglect, yeah. This is such a huge deal, though. I really, told you, it'll just zap into my brain. Negligence. Mm-mm. If I'm a teacher and I find out that a child is being abused, and I say, shh, don't say nothing. Failure to report. There's non-disclosure, interference, obstruction. Yeah, that's probably more like it, Hippie Chick, is interference and obstruction of justice. Conspiracy. Yeah, all of the above. I agree with that, Leanne. Hey, Carrie. Neglect of duty of care. Obstruction of duty of care. I'm making my own damn law. Obstructing duty of care. Aiding and abetting. I'm making up my own damn law. This is what we're gonna call it, you guys. Obstructing duty of care. That's what we're gonna call that law. Obstructing duty of care, because that sounds good. We'll make a new title of a new law. And the judge is going to be like, what the hell is obstructing duty of care? And we're going to say, this is what that means. Kind of like my miles per average. Complicit silence. Ooh, we likey that one too, Joe. Misprision of a felony? Misprison of a felony. Failure to report. Misprison of a felony. Failure to okay. It is failure to report, but what it, and that is the crime, but what is the crime of you telling them not to report? Misprison of a crime. That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm writing all these down, you guys. But what's the crime? Then you tell somebody. Silencing, right. When you're silencing somebody. Conspiracy? That could be. I'm just going to write it down and we'll figure it out. Silencing conspiracy. Witness intimidation. Victim intimidation, right. Complicit. Because that's huge. That's a huge crime they do. Almost every single person gets that. Gagging. Right? Okay, well, that's given me lots to think of, and I need to go eat and I need to go use the Fluff and Bluff room. I loved you guys. Thank you so much for brainstorming with me this morning. And I'm going to end our stream, end our brainstorming. You guys can stop thinking for a little bit, or if you want, email me. I will see you guys in a little while on somebody else's stream, and I will